something that you can't even see coming. It's like a shadow assassin.
And
Shadow Striker.
Striker.
striking from the shadows with that Claude. Let's see though if Omega will go down their typical route of, okay, let's play it nice and slow, give Kelra time to farm up. We all know Claude takes a little bit while to farm up, but of course there's always a possibility that depending on their mid laner and their roamer, they have, if they pick picks that have strong burst potential, then that Claude might not take as long to actually build up. And he'll be able to roam around and deal damage even way faster.
Yep, and now comes the concept of expensive heroes for your draft. You want to make sure that your budget is filled up from the early to mid to late. Yeah. And that being said, Thams here is a very, very cheap hero. Very, very budget.
True.
Needs very little. As soon as you get your Dominance Eye, as soon as you get your Oracle, as soon as you get your hands on that third or fourth item. And again, these are utility items. These are tanky items. He's fine. So we're still flexing because, again, we can still move things around unless this is indeed going to be confirmed a Masha Renzio pick, which is more likely is. That's a Ryzen pickup for you there.
The carry pick coming in from RSG. This is going to be exciting late game considering that carry deals a lot of single target damage on tanks and also objectives, which means RSG could definitely take that Lord really quickly. But another thing that they need to think here is that the AoE damage late game from Blazing Duet is really hard to keep up even with a carry.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, though, RSG, with their bans on the Savior and the Eve, they take away strong controlling mages that also deal a lot of damage. With the picks that we're seeing on the side of RSG, they're going to attempt to actually end this game quicker. Typical RSG that we know, take control early on, get all the turtles, get that first Lord, and then just step on your opponent's necks and just not give them any room to breathe.
Wow, that's very graphic.
Yeah, but if ever they can end the game quick, that carry pick is actually great because, as you mentioned, Womi, strong against the Toms, strong against the Masha.
Yeah, it's a clear message. RSG wants to keep it close to the chest. By banning out the Eve and the Savior, you want to make sure that your Esmeralda and your Julian get in their faces. Again, as you put very eloquently, step on their necks. A gasp.
I gasp for one reason. I think I've seen this in the amateur scene. This composition is super duper fast. It's already fast with the carry alone in taking down Lord, taking down Turtle. But now that you add that Lunox, it elevates it to another level where you can't even contest anymore. The moment that they decide to start the Lord, whatever level that Lord is, it's just going to immediately melt down with the damage of the carry and the Lunox on his darkness. This is insane.
Oh, and I wanted to say this, Omega, to really help them get through what might be a difficult start against RSG. They need vision, they need control. Selena and Grok were the two picks that I would mention would have been perfect, but they picked it. It's so good. You have the ability to slow down the rotations of RSG a bit with the trap placements. You can get vision. It'll make RSG think twice about wanting to commit to a play. And of course, the Grok is just going to go up in front of everybody.
And given the dive desires by RSG, that sounds more deeper than it actually is. It's a gameplay strategy here. The fact that they picked up the Grok with the Guardian's Barrier makes it almost impossible to make certain engages. Now they close up with an Atlas, so it's a clear dive-on-dive lineup here. This is going to be a slobber knocker. I'm super excited and I'm super hungry. Perfect timing. McDonald's delivery. Want to score a free elite skin? Comment the hashtag McDelivery Gaming Buddy and your favorite McDo food on every MPL Season 10 stream on McDonald's PH FB page. 70 lucky commenters will be picked. Perfect to get some fries, some nuggets. I'm sorry, I did not mean to get you guys all hungry and riled up, but we're about to step into the Land of Dawn. One more look at the lineup before we begin the very first match of Season 10.
This is going to be exciting. The very first match of Season 10. New graphics, new summons, and the old cheers from these energetic fans. Everybody is waiting for this moment to happen.
Oh, and here we are, the Land of Dawn. I haven't seen you in a while in a broadcast, but it's good to see you again. It's good to have you back. This is the first match of MPL Philippines Season 10.
Clash of Kings. Ryzen started here on the orange buff, while Lumitai goes for purple. I wonder what the rotations are going to be given that turtle is spawning on the lower corner.
It's going to be very interesting to see whether or not they're going to go aggressive just like this. And Ethomax already debuting his Selena that he really takes pride on. Still remember during MSC, he told me about it. He said, if I feel like I'm going to pick Selena, I'm going to feel like a god.
And I remember back in MPL Philippines Season 9, it took a while for us to see the Ethomax Selena. I'm remembering it the other way around. Did he start week 1 with a Selena performance right away?
Did, but yes, probably it transitioned into a savior pickup that actually saved them in the later parts of the regular season.
Storytelling, but in mid.
In a minute, it's a 2v1 here. Ethomax actually going to chunk down Light here. Half HP already. And RSG Mega just going in for big aggressive plays.
What I'm going to be looking at is how Nats is going to build his items right now. There's been a theory going around that Crystal Immortality might be an actual thing, but since he's up against heroes that have a lot of regen, let's see if Nats will actually start it off with a Dominance Ice instead.
Big respects to Onyx Philippines here with the emote coming in from Nats. RIP, I miss you already.
Too soon.
Too soon. Right now, there is a fight here down bottom lane. Nats already alone here, but the control wouldn't land. And he immobilized Ethomax, but he's just gonna dash around. Demon Kite will be too late for that party. No first blood yet. 2 minutes in.
How do you do that as an Esmeralda at level 4? It's so difficult to think that without your first core item even, and with a turtle coming up like this, Nats just knows. It's instinct. He knows it deep inside. And given that Omega does have priority, they pull it over to their side.
Right now, this is half HP on the turtle. Shaknu gets caught with 2 knocks up, and that's first blood for RSG Philippines. RSG looking to take down this turtle, but Ryzen is not going to be able to steal that away. This turtle will be going to the King's of State, and Renzo's going to run away. RSG takes the first blood and takes the first turtle.
They're a man down, and given that this is Demon Kite with Demon Slayer, looking at Ryzen with the same, positioning's not going to do much for you.
Nas is absolutely bullying Renjo right now. He was able to clear the way faster in the bottom lane, hence why RSG got into perfect position for that turtle take right at that first start. And now RSG, let's see if they can build this into a snowball, something that they did a lot in MPL Philippines Season 9.
Yeah, and they're going for Chaknu once again. The stun does land. He gets pulled back a little bit, has to figure out from that stun. Blazing Duet to clear away those minions. Great disengage coming in from the barangay.
The inevitable has already happened. RSG has found their window. They're up about 1,000 gold, and they're looking to leverage this early advantage. It's forcing Kelra to rotate ever so slightly out of his lane, maybe by 10-15 seconds away from Eman. As you can see, the shields haven't been chunked out just yet. So at least Omega can hold strong and say, you know what? Kelra, just hold on. We can do this.
Yeah, and that has been the strategy for Omega for the longest time, right?
For years now.
Yeah.
Now let's see what RSG have next up their sleeve. Up in the top lane, you see Light with Eman. Demon God is close to Nats right now. Let's see if they're going to go for a dive for Renjo. Nope, they're going to wait. Can't find the perfect opportunity just yet. 30 seconds. Right now, both teams don't have a clear advantage on the positioning, but as Demon Cat and Aqua get closer to the mid, as buffs are going to respawn in 10 seconds, it might just be RSG who get into position at the turtle first.
Yeah, and Chaknu's just going to suffer a little bit of damage coming in from Light a little bit. 10 seconds from now, the turtle will be spawning. There might be a big team fight.
So far, as long as Omega can keep mid and bottom lane dead, one death, as little as possible, you can even give up the turtle. Far as I'm concerned, it looks like Omega can still hold on. But then again, clear advantage going over to RSG. This lead has shrunk though. They've managed to keep it to about 1,000 in the past 2 minutes since the first turtle. Clear win for RSG there. And again, the map will show you that it's all RSG right now. And Ethomax, though, look how he pulled.
Oh no, he whiffed that ultimate. Light has no fatal links for this team fight. Now Omega's gonna pull that turtle to their side. It is good for the barangay. Demon Kite is in the vicinity to steal it away. Light now going in. Omega, Shaknu, here comes a one more. Look at the damage coming in from the barangay. They're gonna take down one, but looks like it's a 1-for-1, and the turtle will be secured here by Ryzen. Omega takes 2, and the turtle, a sudden burst of excitement from the barangay.
That's all the Filipino savage. I was just talking about how they should keep half the map okay, but Kelra took advantage of that and showed him, I can get this Claude online in 5. Renmar, how did he do that?
Man, I said it earlier in the draft. If they have a strong combination of control and burst and set up in their mid and roam, Kelra won't be afraid to get out of lane and join a team fight with a blazing duet early on, and that's exactly what we saw. E2max and of course Chaknu with a beautiful ultimate. I think he got 3 or 4 knocked up there. And that was what all Omega needed to turn the game around. It's even Stevens now.
Oh man.
I knew it. I had a feeling that there would be an upset, and that's just one of possibly 2 or 3 more moments in this 6-minute game. Omega need more than just that because Chaknu's gonna get a face full.
Oh no, Chaknu, he's trapped inside a corner, and that's gonna be a free kill for RSG, and there's no trade-up coming in from Omega.
But Joshua Mangilo, Chaknu can afford that. He is rocking, pull yourself together, not much there. He kept half the map alive, and there is conversion through the roof for Omega. They took Turtle, they took a turret up top, and RSG has no swing back.
They need to find an opening here, maybe break down a turret here in the bottom lane. It'll be difficult to take down the mid lane at this point in the game. If RSG can't get a turret, again, they just need to position first in the turtle. Actually, in the second turtle fight, that is what they did. They positioned first, but their attempt onto E2max didn't go as planned. They lost their positioning, their foothold in that second turtle fight. So RSG, if they're going to try to really heavily contest this again, just hold on a bit.
Yeah,
hold on and
nothing comes
wait.
for free. Nothing comes for free, though. Everything you said, completely true. But as long as Etomax and Chaknu are on point, if they can make sure that Kelra here is safe, Turtle doesn't even matter. Turtle is a secondary priority. They can rope-a-dope. They can repeat that last team fight at Turtle. At second Turtle here, and again, win it. They can go again.
Wait a minute. Half HP here on the turtle. Whoever's gonna get that, Ryzen will be trapped between that turtle. Look at the damage. The Retribution will just secure it, and the Lunox will go down. Omega's taking down RSG, body after body. It's a double kill for Ryzen, and the turtle will go once again to Omega.
Holy moly, OMG, starting it up. Omega timers at 7. Ladies and gentlemen, they have now propelled themselves up to about 2,000, 2,500 gold ahead, under 8 minutes, and they're again converting through the roof. Bottom's gonna drop, mid's gonna drop, 2 turrets. It's like Lord of the Rings.
It's the other way around. It feels like I'm watching an extension of MSC. Omega hungry to be back here in the MPL, not pulling any punches. This is the cleanest they've looked in a debut match. The most ruthless that they've looked. Their execution there in that turtle fight, even though Ryzen was the one who got caught by Light, he was like, no, I'm a Toms. I'm good, I have my ultimate, and I will stand here in Retribution it away. And he did, and Omega followed up brilliantly.
And he's never died.
So beautiful. The gameplay coming in from Omega is just something that we've always saw in Omega, especially in the playoffs, but it's the first day of MPL, man!
You know, with Omega, it's not even a matter of are we going to see beautiful plays, are we going to see amazing world-class MLBB? It's a matter of when. And today they decided we're showing it to you guys within 10 minutes of opening up the new season.
Wow, we have a lot of respect for you, RSG, says OMG. We're not gonna pull any punches. RSG right now, though, we've seen them in this position before.
Oh, for sure.
We've seen them in a position where they needed to make a big comeback, and let's see if they can find it here.
For sure.
And Renzo has to run away. All the crowd control in the world. Here comes Nats with the snare, but the damage set enough for Renzo to survive. That's a kill for Nats, but off the map, another landing arrow here from Etomax, and Mikey goes down. Look at Omega, a kill after a kill. That's a 1-for-1, RSG and Omega.
That's a trade I would take any day. Omega pushed the turret, they threatened mid, and they had to give Renzo the showstopper. One of the most veteran players in the league right now, a 2-time MPL champion. He knew exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, and now the Lord will be started and will be taken down by Omega. We talked about this earlier. This is a very fast Lord for RSG supposedly, but Omega said, we do it faster.
Omega are trading across the map, not just in fights. Earlier in the Keys to Victory, we mentioned this will be a battle of control. It's now past the battle of mid-control. It's just a battle for the entire map. Because of the speed and the survivability that Amasha has, Omega are like, okay, Renzo, do your thing, while the rest of us are just going to push elsewhere. They got a good push in the bottom lane. They might actually make it all the way to inhibitors at this point.
And it's going to be very dangerous here for RSG, especially if all the ultimates of Omega is up. They could just enter that turret range and go wild with the Blazing Duet and the combos from Chaknu.
Oh, they're waiting for fights down bottom, in mid, and it looks like they engage on bot.
Oh no, look at the
stun.
damage. And now Light has to flicker away. 2 knockups here coming in from Demon Kite, but they're not going to go in just yet. The Abyssal Arrow, we're waiting for Andromax to actually go in back, but looks like they're just going to take that bottom lane inhibitor and go back to base.
Mission accomplished. The discipline that Omega is putting on display right now is uncanny. They decided we're going to take this turret, and then we're going to get out, no deaths. We're not giving you anything, sir.
Yeah, and speaking of looking for anything, getting an opportunity, RSG will need to wait a little bit longer. It's only a Wind Talker and Wind of Nature right now for Eman, and a Genius Wanted Flock of Destiny for Aqua. Not enough damage just yet. This is a very tanky and high sustain lineup on the side of OMG. Maybe once Eman and Aqua get their third items, that is damage focused, then we can see RSG try to go for a turnaround. And again, it's at this point, it's an Omega mistake that will help RSG turn the game around.
It's their game to lose.
Exactly.
And we know that RSG has it in space. They can go for a combo wombo, and it starts off with Light. It's got to happen that way.
Oh, the
Oh
arrow!
no, it actually lands on a very important target, but looks like they're not going to engage just yet. Renzo is trapped between 5 members. RSG, very, very delicate position here coming in from Renzo, but that's 1 inhibitor turret down in the mid lane.
Precarious as it may be, Omega is way ahead. The fact that the punish from RSG has to come from 2 or 3 heroes coming in together, collapsing onto 1, allows for OMG to maybe make sure that that margin of error is so small that they can just get away with most things that they want. And now they did that same thing they did with bottom lane and took mid.
Without a Lord push, by the way.
This is going to be rough for RSG to come back. The next Lord, I don't see them trying to contest this. It's way too risky. But it seems like they're going to try to somehow. But Chaknu has great vision right now. Abyssal Trap placements, that shrub is key. They're going to see Demon Kite, so that is good info right now for Omega, so they're going to come closer.
Oh no, it looks like it's going to be 1 man down for RSG.
look at Light,
Look
look
at
at Light.
Cobra, Demon Kite, the damage. It's just too real. A 2-man melee coming from Light. Demon Kite is still alive, but he finally goes down, and Light comes next. That's a killing spree for the Filipino Savage. Another killing spree here for Atomax, and looks like this is already game for the former Kings of Sea fighting the current Kings of Sea. Oh no! It's actually Game 1 going to OMG!
The Kingslayers have met their match, and the Kings of Sea have claimed their crown, at least for game number 1.